My name is Robin Lucas, and I am the historian and a docent at the Madam Brett Homestead in Beacon, New York. Today, we are featuring one of the homestead's most treasured artifacts, what we lovingly call the blue dress. This gown was the bridesmaid dress worn at the 1712 wedding of Cornelia Depeyster to Oliver Stephen Teller in New York City. Both the gold wedding dress and the blue bridesmaid dress were carefully preserved and passed down through generations. Years later, the gold gown was worn again, this time as a bride's dress for the wedding of Alice Crary, one of the last private owners of the homestead. Oliver Teller was Madam Brett's nephew, and Cornelia Depeyster was Madam Brett's stepsister's daughter. They were very close in age, which leads us to believe there is a strong possibility that Madam Brett herself may have worn this blue dress as the bridesmaid, complete with its tiny matching blue shoes. Cornelia's magnificent gold wedding gown and shoes, along with the blue dress, eventually came into the possession of descendant Miriam Schenck Halitz. In 1954, when the homestead officially became a museum, she donated the gold gown to the New York Historical Society and the blue dress to the Madam Brett Homestead. Attached to the donation was a fascinating note stating that during the Revolutionary War, the blue dress was worn by Annette Schenck, who had the honor of dancing with the Marquis de Lafayette at a party given by her father, Major Henry Schenck. More than 240 years after its first appearance, the blue dress itself made a journey to the New York Historical Society in Manhattan. At the time, our curator, Lorraine McCauley, was training me to become a docent. When she invited me to accompany her to New York to examine the dress alongside the gold gown, my answer was an immediate yes. The curator was thrilled to discover that the blue fabric matched the gold wedding dress exactly, and even the lace on the sleeves was identical. She was especially impressed by the remarkable condition of the garment. She pointed out the dirt along the hem and the perspiration marks under the arms. Details that may sound surprising, but are invaluable for modern testing. With advanced textile and environmental analysis, researchers can sometimes determine not only who may have worn a garment, but also clues about the environment, the soil, plant matter, and even regional characteristics present at the time. Without a background in museum studies, I was absolutely blown away by the sophisticated technologies now available to historians. We are excited about what future analysis may reveal, and when we are able to officially launch this project, we will share part 2 of this story. Over time, the story of Annette Schenck dancing the minuet has evolved. Some accounts place it at a grand holiday celebration in 1783 held after the signing of the Treaty of Paris on September 3rd, when Great Britain formally recognized the United States as an independent nation. However, if Annette danced with Lafayette, it would more likely have occurred during his brief time in Fishkill in 1778. Soon after, he traveled to Philadelphia, later to Yorktown, and then to Boston, and eventually returned home to France. His next visit to Fishkill would not come until 1824, when he journeyed up the Hudson River to Albany and back to New York City. Whether or not the famous dance occurred in 1783, the holiday celebration itself was a significant moment in local history. Major Henry Schenck and his wife Hannah hosted friends of distinction to honor General George Washington, the Prince of Peace. The community of the Fishkills eagerly joined, along with hundreds of soldiers who remained stationed in the area. The war had transformed the region. Madam Brett's Mill, once known as Depeyster's Point, had echoed with cannons and marching soldiers. Now it would witness celebration and relief. From 1954 to today, the Madam Brett Homestead continues its traditions of a holiday party in December each year. We love sharing this story and so many others with visitors to our museum. If you would like a shorter introduction to the homestead, consider taking our walkthrough tour, which explores the architecture and artifacts throughout the rooms. We hope it will inspire you to return for a full history tour and hear the many stories of Madam Brett's descendants who lived within these walls until 1954. A link to our website is available in the description box below. We invite you to check our calendar in the tours section to see upcoming opportunities to visit. We look forward to welcoming you to the Madam Brett Homestead. Good day.